Finally, I'm here. It has taken me all morning to get here to do my Monday morning rant. So one of the things I want you to put in the comments today is, yay, Miss Hood, you did it. I want you to celebrate with me that all morning long, every time I have tried to sit down and do my rant, something has happened. So now I'm here, finally here. Well, a friend of mine sent me this Facebook post, and I want to read it to you because it's so good that I know a lot of times people see things and it's long and they have to read it and they just don't want to because they'd rather watch it. So I'm going to read it to you. It is written by a BP oil executive. His name is Brice Cromwell. This is what he says. This explains it all. I've been in oil and gas for a decade and sometimes forget how the average person may not know what I see every day. We, the American people, have enough oil and gas under our feet to supply our demand and also export our products for years to come. No matter your political opinion, we can all agree the gas prices we see now are upsetting. What everyone needs to understand is that the high gas prices are not because of some conflict overseas. Prices were high well before that. The prices are not high because our American supply simply vanished. The prices are high because the people who run our country have decided to import oil from another country instead of using our very own American-made product. Why? Using our own product creates lower prices, puts hardworking American people to work with very good paying jobs, and makes us as a country energy independent, not dependent on another country to survive. We all saw that not long ago. Not only have the people in power decided to kill American jobs and create high prices, but they've also passed legislation to make it harder for an American oil and gas company to produce and transport our very own product. Why? Forget for 1 second who was president when our prices at the pump were low and our economy was booming, and realize that that person was simply for the people. If you take away your dislike for DJT, you'll admit that you missed those times and enjoyed them. Your 401k was higher, gas prices were lower, and we were booming as a country. Now, after a year of our current administration, you'll realize that these people are not for the people. They are for themselves and their foreign business deals. The high gas prices should be enough for you to see that. The supply is still here. The hardworking Americans to produce it are still here. Having a booming economy is still possible. So no matter what you're told by the news, realize that if we had people in power who were for us Americans, it could be as good as it was before. Nothing has changed as far as oil and gas from 2016 to 2020 to the last year. Nothing's changed. It didn't just dry up. It's here. We're here to produce it. We can go back to lower prices at the pump. All we need is the people in power to want that. Lastly, since we all got to witness someone running our country for 4 years who truly wanted the best for the people, as we can clearly see the then and now comparison as we speak. Remember, every media outlet and political person wanted you to hate him, DJT, wanted you to impeach him, and did everything they could do to be against him. They were against the man who wanted things to be good for the United States, the American people. Those same people are not against the current leadership. Those same people. Makes you wonder whose side they're all on. Signed, Brice Cromwell. This is what I want to add to this. I saw the documentary by Dinesh D'Souza, 2,000 Mules. Hold on a minute. I bought the DVDs. The president that we have in office right now was not voted by the people. That's why all these things are happening. What I want to say to you, I don't want you to get disheartened and say, why vote? If they're just going to change the votes to make it be who they want, the people in power, why vote? Because the more we vote, the more fake ballots they have to run. And it's going to eventually be impossible to make fake ballots for 100 million people. Please understand that the majority of people, the majority of politicians in Washington, D.C. right now are not for you. So please, don't vote to put them back in office. If they've gone to Washington and they've been there longer than 10 years, they have been tainted. They have been. They have moved into a kingdom. And in this kingdom, it is taught that they are the smartest people in the world. They're much more smarter than you. They know it's a whole lot better off for you if we go to electric cars or electric whatever. I don't think they're going to let us have cars. I think they're going to put us on mass transit. They're not fixing the roads anymore. They're not spending any money on fixing the roads. The roads are atrocious everywhere. I know, I drive across the country. It's not just in your hometown. It is everywhere because they are going to put us on mass transit. So there's no sense in spending that money. We've got to spend money on the Green New Deal and save the planet. I don't think so. It takes more fuel to keep electric cars running. It takes more fossil fuel, I'm talking about, to keep those electric cars running because every time you charge an electric battery, it's using fossil fuel to get the energy to you. So it's not a good thing to have electric. I know we're all being tempted right now to go get an electric car. But I live in a place where if I get an electric car and my electric bill in my garage goes whoop, then the community HOA is going to be knocking on my door saying, what in the heck are you doing in your garage? But people are not going to get electric cars. We're not going to have a problem with everybody plugging up their electric cars. We don't have the electric grid to support it. But they don't care because they don't want you to have a car. They don't want you to have your own vehicle that you drive wherever you want to go. These people in Washington, they have been brainwashed to believe that they're smarter than you are and they make the better decisions. And you just need to grin and bear because when they get done with their plans, we're going to be so much happier. We were actually told that by the puppet that is supposed to be in control right now. No, do not stop voting. And please know who you're voting for and don't depend on mainstream media. You go to the public records and find out how these people have voted. That's all public, and there are some groups that will immediately link you to that information. There are some groups out there. I think it's millionvoices.com. They've got a whole setup where you just fill out a card, and it's immediately, that message is immediately sent to the person that you voted in office last time. Hey, we don't like this. Hey, we want this to stop. Hey, we want America to be for the people in America. Don't stop voting. And do not vote somebody back in office. Do not send somebody back to Washington, D.C. if they've been there longer than 10 years, because they're contaminated. I mean, those people, those few people that you see standing up and saying, hey, y'all, I'm fighting against this, but they're all against me. Please help. Please send more people in here that are going to stand up to those people and say no. Corporations that want to produce these batteries that they're going to sell and make trillions of dollars. They don't care if you're stuck at home or you're stuck out on the highway because your battery died. You're not supposed to be going farther than 100 miles a day anyway. Don't you know that? If you are, you need to take the bus or the train. Stop being so selfish and having your own vehicle. I mean, please, 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 I'm begging you, please. In November, when you go to vote, you need to make sure that you are not sending back the same person you sent 4 years ago, 6 years ago, whatever. You need to find someone who believes in the Constitution for the people. I'm sorry, I have to say goodbye really quick because my battery is running out. Thank you for watching. Have a great week. Be safe, everybody. See you next Monday.